What's up, Vibe Tribe? Welcome back to the channel, Vibing with E. I'm your girl E, and over here, the vibes are what? Always good. Now, if this is your first time seeing my face, don't be scared. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell and join the Vibe Tribe so you'll always know when I drop a new post, a story time, a vlog, or anything I just feel like doing in the meantime. Now, if y'all have read the description down below, then you know tonight I'm getting ready to hit y'all up with another story time. And this story time is going to be part two of my last story time. I think it was titled something like, Is This a Setup? Riding in Cars with Boys? I think that's the one. So I'm going to do a story time to that one, part two. All right. So where we last ended up was Shrek and Donkey was calling me and my homegirl Delusional, and they wanted to come over. And they wanted to come over because um, we were at my mom's house, and my mom told me we couldn't go outside or we couldn't go nowhere or whatever for the rest of that night. So we was trying to sneak the boys in the house. So to really get the full depth of everything that was going on, go ahead and watch the last story time. I'll either put it somewhere here on the screen or I'll just link it down below. But yeah, so let's get into the story time. So Shrek was asking me could he come over and just chill. He was like, I know your mom don't want y'all to go out or whatever, but dang, can we at least, just come over and chill? Y'all could come chill outside in the car or we just come chill in the house or whatever. So I'm telling Shrek like, well, my mom, she's in the bed sleep. My mom get up like around 5:45 in the morning to go to work. And yeah, she ain't having that. So if y'all want to pull up and chill, y'all can pull up to the apartments and we can all sit outside in your car and we can just chill for a little while. So he was like, okay, cool. So he was like, well, I'm about 15 minutes away and I'll just call you when I'm outside. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I tell the Lulu, Shrek and Donkey, they coming, girl. So she just all excited, like, ooh, I'm ready to see my boo. And she was like, dang, I wish your mama won't acting all stuck up tonight. Like, we could have went out. She was like, Donkey was going to go get another room or whatever. So I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he was, but my mama tripping, so we ain't doing none of that tonight. So we was just laughing about that or whatever. And just sitting there, just waiting for the boys to pull up. So right before they got there, I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Let me go to the bathroom real quick and making sure I'm looking, cute. Let me freshen up before the boys pull up. So I go into my bathroom or whatever, and I'm using the bathroom, doing what I do. And all of a sudden, I hear this loud car pulling up. And when I heard the car and the rumbling, it sounded like a loud truck, and I automatically knew that that was Donkey's truck. I mean, not Donkey. That was Shrek's car. And Shrek's car was loud. He had these loud pipes on it, so it made this loud noise like a truck revving up down the street or something, right? So I hear the loud noise, and I'm like, oh shit, the boys here or whatever. So I finished doing what I'm doing in the bathroom or whatever, get myself together. I'm still looking in the mirror, making sure I'm cute, getting my hair together, just making sure I'm fresh and I'm cute because I'm getting ready to see Boo. So I turn the bathroom light off and I go in my room. And the way my room was set up, like it was my room, and then I had a door that could go into the hall bathroom. So I had like two entrances to my bathroom. I could go in through my room or I could go out my room into the hall and go into the bathroom, right? So I'm going through the door that leads directly into my room. I go into my room, and when I go in my room, I see the Lulu and Donkey sitting on my sister's bed, and then Shrek sitting on my bed. And I'm just looking like, what are they doing in my room? So I'm like, what y'all doing in here? So the Lulu is just like, oh girl, I thought you wanted them to come in here and chill in the room. And I'm like, girl, no, didn't I tell you my mom don't, my mom don't want nobody in here. She barely even wanted us to go out anywhere. Why would you bring these boys in my house? So they just all sitting there looking dumbfounded. And the Lulu and Donkey over there all hugged up like they about to start kissing and stuff. And I'm like, no, get out. get out my house, get out my room, get out my house before my mama get up. So she like, dang girl. And I'm like, yeah, for real. Come on now. Why would you do that? Like, come on, my mama gonna wake up. So they all get up, they go out, and as they walking out, Shrek looking at me like, well, I ain't know, I was just following her lead. So I was like, yeah, I know, but get out. And I was like, now I have to make sure my mom don't wake up. So I opened my room door and I let them out. And luckily, my room is right by the front door. So they went all out the door. I closed the door. So then I'm like, dang, I hope my mom ain't gonna wake up. So I walk by her room and I put my ear to the door to make sure like I don't hear her moving around or like getting ready to get up. I don't hear nothing. So I crack her door open a little bit, stick my head in. My mama was knocked out. So I'm like, good. So I go, run outside, close the door. So when I get outside, Shrek has his cars parked like right in front of the front door of my mom's apartment. And I'm like, this ain't gonna work. Like, we gotta move this like quick, fast, and hurry. So I'm telling Shrek, go ahead, start this up and move this car on down the street. So he does just that, start the car and move down the street. So now we sitting in the car and we just chilling, and the Lulu and Donkey sits in the back, and me and Shrek we sitting in the front. So we just in there chilling, listening to R&B music all night. We just laughing and joking. We just listening to old school R&B, damn Drew Hill, Jagged Edge, just singing all their music and stuff. And we just having a good time. And while we in there talking, Shrek is just telling me like, he's just like, you a cool girl. Like, I really like you. And he was like, I'm glad, your homegirl hooked me up with you. And he was like, because I really thought she was trying to be funny and hook me up, like I said, with a big block and try to be funny or whatever, try to make me take one for the team or something. And she started laughing and she was like, boy, I told you my girl ain't ugly. She ain't no big block. She ain't this, she ain't that. And you gonna not too much on the blocks, not too much on the big girls, because the big girls be cute too or whatever. And he was just like, I know, but I ain't want nothing popping up on me wide and all outside. So we laughing or whatever, and he just like, yeah, cause some of these girls, they ain't my cup of tea. So we just in there laughing or whatever, and so I was like, what did y'all have to go do? Me just being nosy, and Ducky was like, oh, why you being nosy? Why you being nosy? So I was just like, I'm just asking, and Ducky was just like, well, without saying too many words, Ducky was just like, I had to go hit a lick real quick. And if you know, you know. So I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah, um, but it won't nothing too much. It won't nothing too much or whatever. So I'm like, Lord, y'all guys always out here doing stuff. And he was like, no, it ain't. Hey, I gotta get it how I live. I just gotta get it how I live. So I seen somebody slipping, so hey, I caught it. So I was just like, really? And the Lulu was just back there and all like, oh, okay, like, okay, that's my man. Yeah, my man do this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, chill, your man ain't doing nothing. So we just joking and laughing or whatever. So while we just sitting in the car, just joking and laughing, doing whatever we do, still sitting in there singing and whatever. So Shrek looks at me and he's like, hey, you want to take a walk real quick? So I look back at the Lulu and I'm like, you good if I leave out and go take a walk? And she's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna be more than good when y'all leave. So I'm just like, what? What you mean by that? And she was like, girl, go ahead. Y'all go out. We good. We gonna be good. So I'm like, okay. Me, head being stuck in the clouds sometime, I'll be having a blind moment. So I ain't think nothing of it. I'm like, okay, come on, Shrek, let's get out the car. So we get out and we just walking and talking, and he's basically like the whole time just telling me like how he's feeling me, and that he just liked chilling with me, even though we only hung out together really like 1.5 times. But he was just like, you seem like a really chill girl. You don't seem like the type that's, with all that drama and stuff. He was like, you just seem cool, like a fun person or whatever. So I'm just like, yeah, you seem cool too. And, just talking like, you seem cool. And we just all smiling up in each other's face, y'all, grinning and skinning from ear to ear, like not really knowing what to say. Just, I like you. I like you too. And you so cute and you so handsome. And we just talking back and forth, just getting butterflies and just smiling and just so giggly and just all up in each other's face. So he's just telling me like, one day I'm gonna take you out on a date. I'm gonna take you out somewhere nice. He was like, "What you think about that? You will go out on a date with me?" So I'm like, "Yeah. I mean, I've been hanging out with you a little bit, so of course I'll go out with you on a date." And he was like, "All right." And he was like, "Well, maybe I could get Duncan and your homegirl to go, and we could all do like a little double date or something, and we could just make this a little group thing." So I was like, "Okay, that's cool." So we just steady walking around the apartments or whatever. And the way the apartments was, they had like these sidewalks going around like the inner part of the apartments. So we walking around on the sidewalk, just chilling. It was a little gazebo out there. We walked to the gazebo. We sit in there and we just chilling, just spending time with each other, just really getting to know each other, asking stuff like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite hobbies? And everything. Like, what do you want to do when you grow up, type ish. So I'm just really out here walking with this guy, and I'm really, feeling him, really getting to know him. And I'm like, friend might have, really hooked me up with a good one because I'm really feeling him. So we walking, and we get ready to walk back towards Trek car. So as we get back to the car, I can see the car rocking. So I'm like, what in the world? And it was rocking and rocking and rocking, and I'm just like, Shrek, you see that? And he was like, come on, man. So I was like, yeah, it looked a little occupied over there. He was like, they finna stop this shit. So Shrek goes to the car and just bang on the window, and you can see Donkey put the window down, and it's just like a fog, smoke coming out the car, and I'm just like, oh, they really getting it in up in there. Like, it's getting hot and sweaty. So Donkey puts the window down. He like, what, bro? You good? You good? And he like, come on, man. All in my car, y'all. Like, all in my car. And he was like, I knew y'all was gonna do a little something, but dang, not like that. So Donkey was like, all right, now I'm almost done, man. I'm almost done. So they get their stuff together, and me and Shrek, we still standing on the outside of the car, just talking, hugged up, just chilling or whatever. So we out there hugged up, chilling, talking. Time's going by. I ain't paying attention. And my girl, the Lulu, she gets out the car and Donkey gets out the car. So we get out the car and we out there just talking, laughing, and joking again. And then I see this older lady that lives like 3 houses down from us. I see her walk out her house and get in her car. And when I seen that, that just made me think, hold on, my mom got to get up and go to work. So I look and see what time it is. It's 4:45. I know my mama gets up around 5 o'clock, 5:45. So I'm like, okay, maybe I got a little bit of time to spare. So I'm gonna sit out here and chill with y'all a little bit longer. So the Lulu like, all right, so we good, right? Your mama ain't gonna come out here and get us this shit. I'm like, no, we got time, we good. So we steady out there talking, chilling, time going by, time going by. We still out there talking, chilling. Next thing I know, I look at my watch. It is 5 o'clock on the dot. So when I see it's 5 o'clock, I'm like, okay, the Lulu, time to stop playing. Let's go get in this house. So we run in the house, close the door quietly, as quietly as we can. And I told the boys, look, y'all got to go. We'll see y'all another day. We'll see y'all tomorrow, but y'all got to go because my mama cannot see y'all here. So the boys, they left. Like as soon as we closed that front door, I could hear that car revving on down the street. So we go in my room. And like I said, I'm in my bedroom. And in my room, it was two beds in there. One bed on one side, which was mine, and the other one on the other side, which is my little sister's. And my little sister wasn't there at the time. I was kind of thinking she might have been in the bed with my mom, but I honestly think at this time my sister wasn't even at the house. So The Lulu gets over in my sister's bed, I get in my bed, and as soon as I pull those covers up over my head, my mom walks in my room. And I'm like, oh shit. Oh snap. I know she done seen this, right? So she come in and she like, y'all sleep? And I'm like, yeah. And she like, no, you ain't. You answer too damn fast. So we start laughing. So then she was like, y'all been up all night? And I was like, for the most part, but we've been laying down for a little while. And she was like, oh, I thought I had heard something. And I was like, what you hear? And she was like, I don't know. Y'all don't know? Y'all don't know? And I was like, no, we was just laying here. And she was like, oh, okay. And just goes back in her room. So when she walks out the room and go into her room, the Lulu peek her eyeballs up from up under the covers, and she like, you think your mama seen us? And I was like, no, because if she would have seen us or really heard that it was us leaving out this house or whatever, she would have said something. So we laying there, and I was still steady laying there faking sleep. I really wasn't even sleepy, but I laid there with my eyes closed, faking so long that I actually went to sleep. So by the time I woke up, my mom was already gone, had already went to work. So I woke up, it could have been about 9 o'clock in the morning. I got up, when they got me some cereal, and I'm sitting in the living room, I'm chilling. The Lulu, she's still in the bed, sleep. So I'm just chilling, just waiting for the Lulu to get up, and I happen to get on my computer and scroll MySpace. So back then, we was on MySpace before the Facebook. So I happened to scroll MySpace, and while I'm scrolling MySpace, I noticed my ex-boyfriend at the time had made him a MySpace page. And it kind of had me feeling a certain type of way because he wasn't a social media type person. He wasn't into all of that type stuff. So what you making a MySpace page for? So he got his little MySpace page. He got pictures of him on there, a few pictures of him and his cousins. They all hanging out. They got the blickies and all of that. And I'm just like, oh yeah. And I'm starting to see girls comment and like and all of that type stuff. And I'm just scoping it like, oh yeah. Starting to feel some type of way. Even though I know I really shouldn't have felt no type of way because that was my man no more. Or, so I thought, so I was feeling like that ain't my man. I ain't thinking about him. But I was. And if y'all heard any of my other story times, the man I'm talking about is Mike Myers. So yeah, so Mike was all up on MySpace, posting himself, thinking he cute, commenting on girl stuff, girls commenting on his stuff. And even though I was talking to Shrek at the time, it kind of had me feeling the type of way because we ain't too long had broke up, and I was trying to get over him by talking to somebody else. But at the same time, this guy always gets to me. He always gets to me. Always gets under my skin. So yeah, that had me feeling some type of way. But anyway, nevertheless, I'm sitting there, I'm in my feelings, I'm looking at that, and then all of a sudden, the Lulu walks up behind me and she like, girl, who up here on this MySpace, girl? Let me see. So she looking and whatever, and she looked like, not Mike made no MySpace page. I'm like, yeah, girl, do you see it? And she was like, yeah. And who are all these chicken heads on his page? I was like, I have no idea. But at this point, I don't even care no more because, girl, I got Shrek. I'm looking past him. I'm no longer looking at him, okay? In the words of Trina, okay? Because here we go. Here we go again. So she was like, girl, whatever. You know that's your boo. That's always going to be your bae. And I'm just like, I ain't thinking about him. Men come a dime a dozen, and I done got a new one. So I'm not thinking about him. Just trying to beat myself up. Just trying to, push him to the furthest part of my mind because at this point, boy, who is you? I got something new, okay? So the Lulu was like, well, girl, I gotta go pick up my son from my baby daddy house later on. Do you want to ride with me and my mom? And I was like, yeah, I'll go with you. She was like, because after that, once we leave there, I'm gonna go home and just chill a little bit, and you can come to my house if you want to. So I'm like, cool. That's cool with me. I ain't got nothing to do for today. Plus, my mom was going to work. My sisters was going, so I'm down. I got a drink, y'all. Thirsty. Whew. So we chill a little bit, take our showers, and get dressed for the day. Then by the time we got dressed, her mom was coming to pick us up. So the Lulu mom Like I said, come and pick us up. We get in the car, we ride with her, and we go down to Delusional's baby daddy's house. Well, his baby daddy's girlfriend's house. So we get there. I'm just called Delulu's baby daddy Todd. So we get to Delulu's baby daddy's house, and when we get there, I sit in the car, and she's just like, well, I'm finna go in the house and get the baby, and I'll be back. So I'm like, okay. So she goes to the front door, and I don't know what words were said, or if they said they was bringing the baby out or whatever, whatever. But she didn't go in the house. She came back out, came from the front door and sat in the car. So she came and sat in the car, and me and her mom just looking like, so what's going on? And she was like, oh, they bringing them out. They was getting ready to go or something. They bringing them out. So we like, okay. So we sitting in the car, just sitting there. So then all of a sudden, the little son walks out the house. Now, her son at the time was about 2 or 3 years old. He walks out the house by himself, and it's cold, it's the wintertime. So he walks out the house by himself, holding his little bags, with his little flight jacket on, zipped up. No, it wasn't even zipped up. The flight jacket was wide open. No hat on, no hood on, and the baby walked to the car. And when he comes to the car, the Lulu is like, I know you fucking lying. And I'm like, hold on, the Lulu, hold on. She like, no, ain't no fucking hold on. I know you lying. So she was like, come here, baby. So the baby comes up to the car. He got on a little white tee, no undershirt on underneath, no hat on, like I said, no gloves, no nothing. Got this jacket on, jacket slung wide the hell open. So the Lulu's like, I know he lying. Yeah, they playing with me. They playing with me. She was like, y'all got me. They got me messed up. They got me messed up. And her mama just sitting there like, so I'm looking at the mama looking at me. She was like, hold on, y'all. So the Lulu gets out the car, and I see her walk to the girlfriend house, to the baby daddy Todd's girlfriend house, and just bust in the door. And she walks in the house, and I'm just looking at the mom like, do we need to go in there after her or whatever? And the mom like, she good, she got it. And I'm like, is you sure? As I'm picking the baby up and buckling him in his car seat, I'm like, are you sure? And she like, yeah, she good. So Delulu go in the house. She say whatever she had to say. When she came out, I seen her fling their screen door open. And you could see all of the people that was sitting in the house, and they just looking like, nobody's saying nothing. Everybody's mouth on the floor. And I'm looking too like, because girl, what did you do? What did you do? So the Lulu was like, girl, I went in that house and I went off. I went in there and cussed everybody out that was sitting around in there. Because why in the hell would y'all send my baby outside with no t-shirt on and his coat wide open for him to be sick? Why would they do that? And then the daddy sitting there looking stupid, and the stupid girlfriend sitting there looking stupid too. They two stupid stupids together. And I was like, oh my God. She was like, it don't make no damn sense. Every time I bring my child over here, I bring him one way and you want to send him back another way. If this ain't how I brought him to you, don't send him to fuck back to me like this. And I'm just like, well, she got a point. And she was like, it don't make no sense. He act like he don't know how to be a father. Like he don't, like, come on, would you go outside like that? And her mom was like, the Lulu, he probably would. And I started laughing, and she just looked like, because the Lulu was heated, y'all. That girl was mad. And I don't fault her, because why is you sending my son out there like that? Like, you don't care about his health. You don't care about him getting sick or nothing. Y'all just send him out the house by himself, carrying his own little stuff. Like, are you serious? So, yeah, I would have been just as mad as the Lulu. So the Lulu pissed off, y'all. And we just ride down to the Lulu's house. And the whole time, the whole way there, the Lulu just going in, and she is going off, and she just saying how mad she is. And the next time she see baby daddy, oh, baby daddy gonna get it. She gonna tear baby daddy up. And I'm like, I'm egging it on, because, girl, I don't fault you. Whoop his tail. And if you want me to hold him down while you doing it, girl, I got you. Because what, baby daddy? So we go to the Lulu's house, and we just over there chilling. She gives her baby a bath, and we just at the house just chilling, just spending our day at the house. So when I get there, Shrek calls me on the phone and asks me what I'm doing. And I'm like, nothing. I'm just sitting over here at the Lulu's house chilling. I don't know if I'm going to be here all night or if I'm going to go home later on because I didn't bring no clothes or nothing with me and I just, rolled out. So he was like, oh, okay. So he was like, well, if you want me to come pick you up and take you home, I can take you. I want to chill with you or whatever. So I was like, okay, that's cool. You can come scoop me later. So he was like, all right, well, I'm making a few runs right now, and once I'm done, I'll hit you up and see if you're ready. So I'm like, okay, cool. So y'all, why I sit over here at the Lulu house and look on this computer again at this MySpace, and my battery dying, y'all. So I sit here at this computer on this MySpace and start looking on my ex-boyfriend Michael Myers MySpace page again and get all into my feelings. Like at first I'm at the Lulu house, I'm myself, I'm jumping around, I'm giddy, we having a good time. But once I start looking at this boy's MySpace page, it's just like, why you have to do that? Like why? I was getting over you, I was not looking at you, I was not thinking about you, and now here you go in my presence. All on MySpace. Why I got to see you? Why you got to be dancing all in the videos? Why? Why? So, so I see him, y'all, and I really get down. I really get in my feelings because this was my boo, and it was just hard to even break up with him or call myself not even being with him at this point. And yeah, so I'm just like, just seeing him that made a page or whatever, and he interacting with other females and stuff. It kind of messed me up. So even the Lulu started noticing, like while I was there, we chilling, and her mom had made some spaghetti, and I love spaghetti, right? So her mom made spaghetti, and we all eating, but everybody sitting at the table laughing, joking, eating, and I'm just sitting there, y'all, like playing with my food, just like. And the Lulu like, girl, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, nothing. I'm just tired. And she was like, dang, well, you need to take a nap or something because I don't like you looking like that, friend. And I was like, yeah, maybe if I lay down and take me a little nap, maybe I'll feel a little better. So that's exactly what I did. I climbed up into Lulu's bed after I ate my little spaghettis and I took me a nap. By the time I woke up, Shrek had hit my phone up, asked me if I was ready. So I said, yeah. And Shrek came and picked me up. So Shrek came and got me. I hopped in the car with him and we just rode around for a little bit and went to my house. So before we got to my house, we were just riding around and we were just talking. And but Shrek was just telling me how, once again, he liked me and he really feeling me and that, actually, you know, he was kind of basically Shrek was putting the pressure on me because a lot of the times we was talking and he would just keep saying it, how he liked me, how I'm a cool girl, and he think, we could be something one day or this, that, and the third. And, I really liked Shrek. I really thought Shrek was cool, but in the back of my mind, I was still thinking about ex-boyfriend. Thinking about ex-boyfriend, thinking about ex-boyfriend, y'all. Yes, I was. So in the back of my mind, I'm just like, I like him. He cool. I would love to see where this thing could go because he's a cool guy. But at the same time, this other man is on my mind. Like I couldn't get him off my mind. So Shrek was just like, I like you. I would like, us to be in a relationship. And, I really want to see where this thing could go. And I'm just like, I like you too, Shrek, or whatever. And but as far as the relationship thing, I'm not really ready for that right now. I really just kind of got out of a relationship, and I don't want to move too fast. And yeah, like you real cool, like we could be real cool, good friends for right now. But I ain't really looking for no relationship. So Shrek was just like, dang, for real. And I was like, yeah, I was like, but I really like you. I ain't even trying to, just friend zone you. But as of right now, I'm not trying to be in a relationship. So Shrek was like, dang, well, that's understandable, I feel you. I still come pick you up. We could chill. We could go out. It could be whatever. Just Let me know when you want to take this thing a little further. So I'm thinking to myself, like, not him sitting over here talking about you gonna wait for me. So yeah, so I kind of like that about him too because he wasn't, even though he was pressuring me, like wanting to be in a relationship. At the same time too, he was like, take your time and I'm here, but take your time. So yeah, that kind of eased my mind on things a little bit. So y'all, after me and Shrek was riding around for a little while, talking and just telling each other how we felt about each other, and I told him how I felt. I'm still, y'all, in the back of my mind thinking about this ex-boyfriend of mine, like I said. And I'm just like, we spent a lot of time together. We had a lot of good times. We had some bad times. But I just couldn't understand, like, it was over. And I just could not get him out of my head. And it was like the whole day that I'm riding around with Shrek and chilling with Shrek, I'm just thinking about him. And it's like, this guy is so nice to me. He cool, he chill. He could be somebody that I could see myself dating, but I can't get over my ex. So we just ride around, like I said, and chill, and then Shrek eventually takes me home. So when we get home, he pulls up in the driveway, and we sit there, and once again, we talk a little bit more. And I go ahead and I get out the car and I walk to the door, and before I can open my door, Shrek grabs my hand and turns me around. So when I turn around, he's just looking down at me, and he was taller than me. So he's looking down, looking in my eyes, and he's just like, I don't know why you don't want me to be your man. Like, I could be the one for you. And I'm just like, yeah, you could be, but I'm just not ready. So he was like, understandable, once again, understandable. So Shrek leans down, kissed me. And yeah, I kissed him. I kissed him. I slobbed him down. I didn't give him no kiss that would feel like I just want to be friends. I guess in the moment, my emotions is everywhere. I'm thinking about the ex, but I'm liking him too, and I don't know what to do. So yeah, I kissed him. So I kissed him, and I said my goodnights, and I went in the house. When I went in the house, I get on my computer again, and I go on MySpace. When I go on MySpace, going down, just scrolling, I get a message. I check my messages. It's a message from my ex, Michael Myers. So when I see it, I'm just like, he sent me a message. So of course I'm excited or whatever. I open the message and I look, and it's him saying, hey, I miss you. I know you miss me too. So when I seen that, y'all, at first I was excited. I was giddy. I was just like, oh yeah, Bobby messaged me. And I was getting ready to message him back, but something just told me, don't do it. Don't do it. And I sat there, y'all, and I looked and I looked and I looked at it for a few minutes, and I was just like, mm-mm. Something just told me, don't message him back. I didn't want my feelings to get hurt. I didn't want my heart to be hurt by him no more. And I was just like, don't do it. Not yet. Not yet. So, y'all, I didn't message him. I left it like it was. I logged out of my MySpace. I put my little pajamas on, watched TV until I fell asleep. And I'm going to end the story there. That's the end of that story time, y'all. So, yeah, a few little crazy events, but I just wanted to give y'all a part two of my last story time. So, don't forget, y'all, like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. Make sure y'all comment. If it's anything that y'all want to put y'all 2 cents on, comment on it down below so we can get this conversation going. I comment back. I respond back, y'all. So hit me up. And don't forget, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, join the Vibe Tribe, and hit me up on all my socials. I'm very responsive. So if you hit me up, I will respond back. And until next time, I love y'all. And don't forget, always stay positive, always stay true, and always be you.